So now we are at Casacano, and we've been talking with the engineers about how they use our equipment, and it has been very useful for LAMOR to also get the feedback now that how they use it, what is working, what is not working, because this gives again ideas for LAMOR to further develop the products to the oil spill recovery in jungles and in rivers like we have here. I would say it's been extremely interesting to see how the engineers here have thought about temporary tools to build barriers. Like we could see on the riverbed, there was like a frame with just a mosquito net style, and with that they use as an oil barrier, which is very genius. It works very well. They use special tools to flush the soil. They built small boats here locally with the wood they have here for transportation. They have like made a racket with a mosquito net, which they use to recover the oil. So it's hand labor, but again, it's a tool that you can make anywhere. And this is, I think, very interesting to see and very brilliant ideas what the LAMOR engineers have had here. As we've seen here, there's a lot of vegetation and such that is oily that needs to be further deposited somewhere. And if there would be a solution how to get rid of that on site would be very useful, because now a lot of the logistics here is around moving the debris and the oily vegetation, and if that could be minimized, then it would be very helpful. We are now on site 213, and site 213 is divided in 3 zones. So we have zone A, which is the actual leakage site. So the pipeline, there was a leak about 4 meters below the ground. Then we got zone B, which is more or less a small stream along which the oil has flown. And then we finally come to the zone C, which is actually a swamp area where all the oil gathered up. They used oil booms and then temporary barriers to stop the oil, so everything got gathered up. It's more controlled way of recovery when they work in a small cell like they have divided here. The challenges would be like mainly the swamp area. The soil is very soft and porous, so the oil will go in fairly deep and it's difficult to flush out from there. Then of course the working environment. They're working in very deep in water. We have a clay and swampy soil, so it's heavy for them to walk in. And then this is a very hot area. So the sun comes down here and there's no wind because it's protected from the trees, so it gets very warm in here. So all of these will make it very hard for the workers itself to carry on the job. Another thing here in the recovery is that even though they have divided into cells, the water is still leaking out to some extent. And now is a fairly dry season, so what they do is from the Maranhão River, they pump up here about 400 or 500 meters, so that they can all the time flush and fill up more water, because they need the water again to separate the oil from the soil.